Hello everybody, my name is Ilya.
And my name is Tyler. Together we make up Kovray, a couple that loves to play some board games.
And give away awards!
Wow!
So this is our Roll and Write month. This is a very exciting video because what we're going to do is we're going to do the Kovray Roll and Write Awards. So the way we're going to structure this video is we're going to do our awards, which are the best categories, and give you all the themes that you suggested. So we'll give some shout outs there as well because we really appreciated the help in putting these together.
Yes.
And then we'll do some superlatives.
Yeah, it'll be like a lightning round. So we've got, I think, 10 right here, and we're just going to basically go with those and no explanation whatsoever. That's what the lightning round will be.
They're for fun.
Yeah.
And obviously all of these are our opinions. We played 51 roll and writes, and we spent a lot of brain energy trying to decide which one of these should win which award. And it is really difficult. I feel like even now I'm just like, but there's so many that are so close. And I wish we could do runner-ups, but again, we don't want this video to be 3 hours long. So we're gonna do just one and keep it short and simple and have a lot of fun with it.
And obviously, Ilya and I have created different lists, so the answers might be different. We have not seen each other's either, so it's exciting to
We'll do some reveals.
And
if you disagree with us, let us know in the comments below. If there's one that you think, how dare this game win this award when it clearly needs to go to this one, we'd love to hear that because the beauty of this hobby is there's so many varied opinions and we want you to hear your favorite games and how they could have won some of these categories because that's always fun.
Yeah, exactly. And then one last thing I'd like to mention is we're not going to touch on any of our favorite games. Well, maybe we are, who knows? But that's for another video, and you can expect a top 10 release.
A top 10
from us soon.
And in our top 10 video as well, we'll be announcing our giveaway winner. So we're doing 2 giveaways this whole month, and you can check out the description below for the links and how to enter those too.
Ramble, 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 ramble. Well, without further ado, let's get into it.
Don't look at my sticky notes.
Oh.
But we have all the categories here and all the people to thank as well. So our first category is the best theme integration. So there are some comments here that talked about creativity when making the decisions, best theme, and we kind of combined it. We want to thank Kunimoto 2, Kelsey Ward, Bryce Henderson, and Natalie and we'll paste our comments right here, give them a little bit of a shout out. Thank you so much for suggesting this category. This one was tough. Do you want to go first? Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes and you're gonna grab the game.
Wow, okay. It's Fleet!
Fleet?
Best theme.
Okay, talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just you get a bunch of these sheets, or 2 sheets each. Each player gets 2 sheets, and you end up just like going fishing, making more boats so you can catch more fish, and when you roll the dice, you pick which fish you want to like specialize in. And I think that the theme here just like really speaks to me, whether or not the dice, like, yeah, like I really enjoy fishing, so maybe that's part of it, but like even with the harbor dice where you're taking actions in the city, you end up like rolling them, picking them, and then making those decisions about what you want to do, because you really have to optimize your choices in this, and it just feels like one piece leads to another piece leads to another piece, but it still sticks to the truth of the theme, which is making and catching fish.
Yeah, I agree with this.
Yay!
Okay, put it away. Let's now close your eyes because it's time for mine. Oops. So mine is floor plan.
Oh, that's cool, yeah.
So I was thinking a lot about it because I think one of the comments really made me think, because there's so many roll and writes that you do the thing and then you just look for combos and try to maximize your efficiencies. And so I don't find, like, I feel most roll and writes are not the most immersive when it comes to themes. They're not very thematic. But with this one, it always, I think it just makes me laugh. Because you're making this room, and then all of a sudden the door is in the most inconvenient space. There's a window that opens to just a bush, and that's all that you have, and your backyard is just a mess. And I always think about like who would live in this, the poor soul that has to live in this house. And I feel like every time I do any move, I'm like, oh no, I tried so hard to be practical, and I think that's why it is the most thematic for me, and that's, floor plan.
I like that choice.
Yeah.
Okay, award number 2, the best combos. And we want to thank Deborah Lee, Louis Chora, and Sarah M for suggesting this. It was a combination of unique combos, best combos.
Combo-tastic.
Yeah, combo-tastic was one of the words that was used, and I love that. So,
I guess I'll go
yours?
first in this one. Okay, close your eyes. That's pretty clever!
Oh, I almost picked this one.
So I think my mind immediately went to this game when it comes to combos, mainly because this one I think has the most satisfying combos to me. Because there is an opportunity to get that die to complete one section, to complete another, and kind of have that chain reaction.
Yeah.
Which is prevalent in a few roll and writes, but I think for this one it just spoke to me immediately. Yeah. So I decided not to dwell on it for days on end, and I just decided to go with this.
So why this one and not like Clever Cubed or Twice as Clever?
So I think they're all pretty similar when it comes to combos. So because I think they have different mini games, but I think this one was just, I think this is the one that I had the most opportunity to create combos, because we played this one the most out of all of them.
Yeah, well, we had the app.
Yeah, and I've had some really satisfying combos. So I think I was really leaning on those feelings of the combos.
That's fair.
So that's mine. That's pretty clever.
Yay! Okay, on to mine. Mine is Sonara.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, if you ever play this game with me, I will literally spend time just trying to make combos. I don't really
Everyone
care if I'm
finished
winning.
the game, and it's like we're all having tea, we're having dessert, and then just talking about life. And then there's Tylor still trying to optimize his combo strategy.
It's just so much fun because you can like start in one area, go to the next area, go back to the area that you were just in, again to a different area, and
that's true.
It is a lot of fun. And I think because it has like that flick aspect, it's not super random, obviously, because you're choosing which number to flick.
Flicking is some good dexterity skill.
Yeah, exactly. And you have to really adapt to what you flick, which means you have to really pay attention to how you combo things or set things up. And for that reason, I think Sonara steals this award for me.
Yeah, I agree with this one too. This one has a lot of combos. Alright, so now we're gonna go into the best artwork. So this one was suggested by Sarah M and Gregor F. Oh, I'm gonna get this name wrong, so my sincerest apologies, but Eskenbacher. And I think Gregor suggested more of like animal theme, but we kind of compiled it all into the best artwork, the game that has the art that draws you the most in.
Yes. Yep. I guess I can go first for this
Go
one.
first, sure. I'll close my eyes.
Castle Party!
Oh.
This one is so cute. It's almost like chibi anime, but it's not. It's definitely not. And it just looks very amazing. All the characters that they've put into this, they're just adorable, super cute. The unicorn, the skeleton, the witch, the vampire, and then they've got like the kings and queens, and they're just different and cute as well. And
there is also varied art for each of the monsters.
Yeah, exactly.
So like you do get a little bit, and L'Oreal did a phenomenal job.
They've got like yeah, they're very diverse and inclusive in it as well, which is really awesome. Yeah, Castle Party.
Love it. Okay, ready for mine? Close your eyes.
Oh,
mine is Sonara.
Oh.
So I think this is a tough category for me because I think there's so many different styles, and art is just so subjective, and you don't really know what to choose.
Yeah.
But I think this one just always, I like to focus on the feelings that the games give me. And the art in this game just gives me like feelings of joy, because each of the section is a mini game, but there's also an animal associated with them, so it's kind of like the mascot of the section. Yes. So this is like the owl section, and I always call it, what do I always compare the kangaroo to? I always mix it up.
Oh, I can't remember.
Oh yeah, I always get one of the animals wrong, but I really appreciate it. I love like also the layout on the table.
The rabbit. or you think it's a rabbit, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I always say it's a
Yeah.
rabbit, it's a kangaroo. But yeah, the art in this game makes me really happy. The cover of the box is something that I'm really drawn to immediately. But also having it on the table in the different sections and your own player sheet, just a game that gives me a lot of joy from the art.
Yeah, it is a beautiful game. I'm thinking about it now, and I'm pretty sure it's a jackrabbit.
Oh, it is a rabbit.
Yeah, so maybe it is. You get it mixed up with a kangaroo.
Yeah,
but
I
it's
called it
definitely a
kangaroo.
jackrabbit.
I did the other way. Oops. Well, and that's just, if you ever play games with me, I'm silly sometimes, and I call things the wrong things.
I stick with colors most of the time, so.
And that is the best artwork. So now we're on to the best
Number 4.
large. So the best game suited for a large group.
Yes. Yeah. And this one was suggested by Haley Elizabeth and Andre Gulani, I think.
Guluni.
Guluni.
Yeah. And again,
Sorry if we're
apologies
saying your
if-
names wrong.
Trying our best.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So the best large group game. What is yours?
Super Mega Lucky Box!
Wow! Okay, fair.
So the reason I chose this game is because this is one of the games that you can get multiple copies of and play and really escalate the player count.
I didn't even think about that.
But it also reminds me a little bit of bingo. So like when somebody
Yes.
calls that number and everyone's like, okay, let's write it down. But because you have the agency to make the choices of what you want, it really makes the game quite interesting. This is also something I can easily see us like playing in a park, getting a large group, and even like a convention hall or something, be like, let's do this Super Mega Lucky Box, and everyone just cheers. So yeah,
instead of cards, we've got to get one of the bingo rollers though.
And the card just slides
Yeah.
slyly out. Yeah. So that's mine, Super Mega Lucky Box.
Awesome. Welcome to.
Oh!
It says on the box it's 1 to 100 players. So all you need is a pencil, a piece of paper, that is the sheet that they have here, and the cards. And you can play with as many people as you want. There's no deterring you from playing with more than 100 people. Maybe time and space capacity. But
I
other
can see
than
this
that,
one too. Everyone's building their own community at the same time.
Yeah, you just have to have it like basically on a projector. These are the cards, pick your action, and yeah, have a lot of fun with it. But this is a really cool game. We played the Las Vegas version, and I personally think that Welcome to is the original one is better, but there was a lot of fun aspects in the Vegas one too that could also lend itself to being a good large group game.
I can definitely see that. I want to play Welcome to the Moon. It looks so good.
Next category is...
So now we're going to do the best markers. So which Roll and Write has the best markers? And this one was suggested by James Reed Jr.
I love this category, and I instantly knew my answer.
I wonder if we're going to have the same answer. I feel like this one we just might.
Yeah, if there's one, I think it would be, I think it's probably this one.
Alright, well,
let's see.
Do you want to pick or do you want me to pick?
No, we should count down and
say at
just say it at the same
Ready?
time.
3, 2, 1.
On tour.
Nice.
Nice.
I knew it.
Alright, it's right here. On tour.
Okay, let's get some of these markers out.
This game is very fun. It's very like brainy, hurts my brain, but these markers and the boards even are just like very thick.
It has such a nice fine tip.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's a marker that's gonna last, that's very durable, that's super good. But it's one of the highest quality markers I've seen in a Roll and Write.
Yeah.
And
honestly, like if you, I have like I'm sure lots of people have a preference in like pens and everything like that, and there's like a go-to, like my go-to pen I have right here, and I will always have. It can be any color, but right now it's red. But if I could choose a single marker to have in every single game, the On Tour markers would be it.
Yeah, now I have a challenge. I want you, a year from now, to comment us and ask us the durability. Because a lot of these we have gotten within this year and started playing this year. So let's see if it stands the test of 1 year. And mega bonus points if you comment even a couple years from now and see, hey, are those markers still as good as you said they were?
Hello from the past. Okay, next category.
So this one is the most strategic game. So one of the comments from Scott Gleason was most strategy in a small box, but because we're gonna do another best portable game, we decided to kind of split them up and do like the most strategic that offers the most strategic choices.
Yes. Yeah.
So let me look at mine. Okay, ready?
I have no hesitation with mine as well.
Maybe ours will also be similar. Who knows?
All right. Do you want to go first then?
Sure.
Or do you want to do the countdown?
We can do the countdown again, see if it works.
All right, let's see.
3, 2, 1.
Hadrian's Wall.
I knew it. All right, give me a second. I don't want to drop more games.
There were a couple of the categories that we were given and that we had decided on that I knew instantly before even writing down the theme or the category. I was like, I know the answer to this.
Okay, let's talk about this one first, and then we'll kind of dive into our explanations.
Right.
But Hadrian's Wall, there's 2 sheets that you're doing. It's one of the most complex, if not the most complex roll and write that we have.
Yeah, it's a flip and write.
Oh, flip and write. Yeah. But essentially, you're building up a wall, you're defending forces, while also creating a great civilian life in your city. So there's a lot of aspects that go into the game. There's a lot of ways to really approach it. So some sections you might not even pay a lot of attention to in the first go around, because there's just so many different ways to accumulate the points and fill those 4 tracks.
Yeah, I think that's the reason for me that this game won, is it's like you have to kind of choose how you want to play, and there's no, well, in my opinion, there's no doing it all. No. So you have to really like judge based on what you draw, because you get goals at the starting of the game, and then progressively through each round you build up more goals, but you get to choose those goals, and based on those goals it really like shapes your game. And then not only that, if you've already committed to some of the civilian tracks, it's really important that you continue on in those tracks, because the farther you get in the tracks, the better rewards you get, and the more unlockables you have.
Yeah, I think what I really like about this game and a lot of Garfield games is there's so much different options, but there are those goals that kind of, because Paladins is the same way.
Yeah.
There's goals that kind of push your strategy, and same with Viscounts. You should probably do this. You don't have to, but it might be beneficial too. Yes, yeah. So I really enjoyed that. I feel like for me, this one was not an obvious. I think this one was one of the toughest categories for me, because it comes down to I think a lot about replayability when I think of strategy. Like, how many times can I play this game, and how many different things can I do? And with this one, there's a lot of things you can do individually and based on what you draw, but there's not as much, there's some, but not as much player interaction, which I would have liked to see a little bit more. Because then, like, if we can influence the other player's game, I think that increases that strategic element even more. But I think overall, this one still wins my most strategic game, just because of the variety of choice and the variety of
meaty it is.
Yeah, so many things to love about this one.
Yeah.
Hadrian's Wall. So now we're going to talk about the best family game.
Oh.
So this one was suggested by Simone Queen. Again, apologies if we got the name wrong. And please tell us if you got your names wrong. We want to get them right if you get them next time, because people often get our names wrong. You always get Taylor. My name is just not great. So, but thank you so much for your patience and kindness with us for this.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Best family game.
I think ours are probably going to be different. So I'm going to...
All right.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go first.
Trails of Takana. So this is Tyler did not have a great first impression of this game, but I think the reason, so when I think family, I always think I have to kind of separate myself, because we play so many hobby games, and it's so easy for us to say that like this game is really easy, it's very simple. So
we also don't have children.
No.
So, and we don't have anybody close to us that have younger children.
So I always think about like playing with our parents who don't always who don't play a lot of games, and I think sometimes the barrier is a little higher, so I'm like, which one would they really enjoy? So, and the reason I picked Trails of Takana is because of the simplicity of the game. The simplicity, but the strategy. So you draw 2 cards, and there's 2 different terrains, and you connect them anywhere in your map. And your goal is to connect like letters. So you want to connect your 8, connect to your other 8 to get a certain amount of points, and some are worth more than the others. But there is that luck element and that strategic, like how do you want to go for some of the idols? There's those additional pieces. And yeah, it just really, I think it's a really easy game to set up and like play immediately, which I think is what I think of when I think of a family game.
Yeah, and this one's like pretty quick to play too, so I can
especially if you play the smaller map too. So yeah, Trails of Takana.
Good choice. All right, my turn. Super Mega Lucky Box!
Oh yeah, I see that.
Mostly actually for a lot of the same reasons that you picked Trails.
Oh yeah.
But I think this is such a vibrant game. It's very inviting, and it's just, I don't know, it's just beautiful. And I get this feeling that like, this is a game that I would bring and happy to be bringing to like a family gathering where I was like, hey, we're gonna play a board game and there's gonna be cousins that are like 10 years old and then aunts and uncles that are like way up there. And like, I think this would be a great game to introduce to them. It's super easy.
Whenever I hear Super Mega Lucky Box, I just get hyped.
Yeah,
I wanna, like,
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, like, in my opinion, you see this game, you want to play this game.
Like say that, like sit there at your computer or your phone and say the title out loud and tell me you're not smiling.
Super Mega Lucky Box, Super Mega Lucky Box, Super Mega Lucky Box. Yeah, that's my choice.
Family game. So now we're gonna do the best rulebook.
Wow. And this one is all thanks to Sean M.
Okay, I can go first.
All right, closing eyes.
Castles of Burgundy, the dice game.
Oh.
So the reason I chose this, and maybe some of you can educate me for this, because I'm not sure if this is a Ravensburger or a Steffenfeld theme, but I really like the rule books, the way that he or Ravensburger lays out the rule books, because basically there's the really condensed lots of text, but then on the side there's a quick like sub notes and say like, this does this.
Yeah.
And it can give you, if you read those side, you can get a really good understanding of the game, and it's super fast to do that. But if there's any clarity that you want within those categories, you can look into the text and kind of figure out more because it's the corresponding sections with that.
Smart.
So I really like, that's like one of my favorite styles of rule books. It's like a quick condensed, especially if you read the rule book before, here's like a quick condensed version to refresh your memory.
Yeah, yeah.
And I really appreciate that. So, yeah.
Cool, good choice.
Thank you.
This one was hard for me, actually.
It is a really hard category. But I'll close my eyes now.
Floor plan.
Oh, okay.
This one is why. There's a moon. Just kidding. No, I don't know what it is about this rulebook that I really enjoy, but I just like, I think when I was thinking about this category, I was thinking more of like, does it invite you in to play the game? Does it feel very inclusive and diverse? And I think Floor Plan does exactly that. And also, it does explain the game fairly well. The rulebook lays out what you need to do, how you need to play it, the setup and everything along those lines, but the cards, the goal cards actually explain the patterns that you need to make extremely well, so it seems very straightforward when you put it on the table and everything is all set up, and I really appreciate when a game is simple and easy to just learn. Floor plan.
So now we're gonna do the best game that is portable, that you can kind of bring anywhere that you really want. You can play in the park, you can play it on the plane, on the train, you can even just...
Riding your dog.
What would you write?
I don't know. Oh. Or a horse, I guess?
Horse would make more sense.
Alright, me first. Okay, Railroad Inc.
Oh.
I think this is kind of, maybe I cheated a little bit with this one, but you can also just get the app for this, and it's very portable.
I feel like that does not count.
But in all honesty, this game is, I picked it because it's very durable. The boards that you get,
that's a good point.
They are, in my opinion, they're relatively durable. They can take a lot. The box is relatively small. All you need to do is roll dice and draw whatever you get. You can actually do that on top of the board if you're feeling up to playing like a solo game of this. Like, it's just, in my opinion, it's like ideal to take anywhere. Maybe not riding your horse, but...
You can hold it up because it does come like a little board. So yeah, I can see it. I can see it. I feel like the digital implementation is cheating a little bit, but I will accept your explanation in this one.
I still think it's a very portable game without the app.
Okay. Boomerang Europe.
Aw, cute.
So the reason I chose this game is because of the drafting element of it. So I can see first of all, the sheets themselves, where you score pads, they're very small. They're like this big. They're not very big at all. And most of the fact is you're actually drafting cards, so you're passing the cards. So you actually don't need a lot of table space. You can literally sit and pass until you're done, and then look at your own cards and kind of combine on a tiny. Like you can fit that score in the palm of your hand. And I think that's what makes it really portable for me, is it's just a smaller game. The box isn't too big. There's definitely smaller boxes out there, but yeah, I choose Boomerang Europe.
I like this game. Good choice.
Thank you. So now we have a couple of our own categories that we really want to chat about, and this is the one that I think you're all most anticipating, and that is the roll and write with the best dice.
Yeah, this kind of like, I feel like this was motivated in part due to the fact that it's roll and write, but also after James gave us that comment about best markers, it has to be a best dice as well.
That's very true. I feel like mine is going to be a surprise to you.
Yeah, I probably will.
All right. I'm very curious to know yours. Okay, do you want to go first? Okay,
yes.
You can go first. I'll close my eyes.
Rajas of the Ganges!
Oh, I am surprised by this.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's the colors. Particularly the blue dice and the art that they have on the blue dice. I really like. And then I think the orange dice have the faces on them, and I think they're very cool as well. I just like, I like that there's 4 different colors. I like that they're not just numbers. I
think it's also the presentation of the dice, because one of them goes on the elephant.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. There's a whole like shebang thing going on, and it's really fun. I really like this game as well, so it lends itself to
very good
liking
choice.
The dice even more.
This is not the one I thought you were gonna pick. So
yeah. I almost picked On Tour because the dice are gigantic.
They are. That's true.
All right, Rajas.
Okay, close your eyes. Don't open your eyes yet.
Oh no.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Trek 12.
Oh, because you like the art on them?
I don't know what it is. I feel like this one was a really tough one for me. Because there's a lot of games. Again, this is, I think like art is just so subjective. There's such high quality dice that are potentially larger or have a beautiful marble pattern on them, or just really like appeal to you. Yeah. But I think the reason that I chose these ones is I just love the arts. Like they're just like cartoon dice. They're so beautiful. They're also quite light, so they feel really good.
They're wooden, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're wooden, and they're just fantastic. And I think it goes really well with the whole theme of like also you're going on the exploration in the Himalayas, and you have just these fun dice.
Well, and part of it is like you've got to like scratch in the bubbles. Yeah. So it feels as if the numbers on really are scratched in. So that's,
there's a lot to love about these dice. And yeah, like it's not the most conventional choice, but it's the first one that spoke to me. So.
There was so many different choices.
So many good ones.
I think out of all the ones we had,
just list
this
all
was
the ones?
The hardest.
Also, I'm gonna give shout outs. Troy's dice has a super clear dice. Absolutely love those.
Fleet has dice.
Beautiful dice.
All the Railroad Inks have really nice dice.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah,
it's so hard to
There's
choose.
Just so many.
Super Skill Pinball has really beautiful dice too. Yeah. But Roland writes the best dice. We got Trek 12 and Rajas Dice Charmers. Okay. So
last category.
No, second last, because we also have this
right.
one.
Okay.
Yeah. So second last category is the best production. So what is the highest quality? You open the box, you just really take the game in and enjoy it. Okay, ready?
You go first.
I go first.
Yeah.
Close your eyes.
Yeah.
Super Skill Pinball 4K. Okay, so the reason I think this one's the best production is...
Time out. I also picked this one. Yeah, I was like, I'm fairly certain I picked this game.
Well, we both picked it, so I'll talk about it first. So the reason that I picked it is you're genuinely feeling like you're in the arcade and playing a pinball because of the two boards. Also, like, they're not cheats, they're those dry erase boards which are high quality. The markers in this one are also super solid. Some of my favorite markers as well. And you have the pinballs. They're just like half a pinball that gets to move around.
You get to move around.
So I think overall, like, the production quality in this game is absolutely wonderful. The art, the box quality. But there's not much I would change.
Yeah, the one thing I'll say that I find is very cool that I think won over the best production for me is that there are 4 different boards, and each of the boards are done in a different manner. So like it doesn't feel like the same art style. It feels like a totally different game. And yeah, it's like Ilya said,
but they're
it's
also
like
double-sided too, so they're utilized in a good way. There's not a ton of waste. Yeah, it's just a lot to love about the production of this game.
Yes, yeah.
So that is our best production.
Wow, 3.
Okay, and then our last category before we go into our speed lightning round superlatives is the Hidden Gem Award. So which game is the hidden gem of the roll and write genre?
Yes. I didn't have to think about this one. We might have the same one.
Should we say it at the same time?
No, let's do it like
let's do okay, I'll close my eyes and you choose. Oh, I think you're reaching for where mine is.
Uh-oh.
Ah!
Roll and write!
That is mine too! Okay, I'm glad that you chose this one. Okay, you can talk about it first.
It's just a lot of fun. It's like, the theme of this game is basically you're taking the role as this fellow named Roland Wright. And he's designing...
Heinz.
Yeah, wow! He's designing a game, and you are going through that process of like helping him essentially, and you get to draw these cards that make your game different. But the underrated thing that I think about it, and the reason why I think it's a hidden gem, specifically besides the fact that I don't think it's very like mainstream, is you draw circles onto your board, and then even if those get you goals that you complete, you can then erase them to do other actions and to complete other goals or to draw other cards, and it's just like so cool to watch it happen. Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me the reason that I chose it is like exactly like Tyler said, the mechanisms are very unique. It's the fact that the game is almost like living. The theme of the game is you're designing a game. So you're looking at different ways that you're making the patterns when you're erasing certain colors to do various actions. And there's so much that goes on in the game, but it's so smooth in the way that it's delivered. And it is like it's not a very... I wasn't too familiar with this game. I was very thankful. I think 1 or 2 people actually suggested it on Twitter, and I'm so happy that they did, because this is not a game I found from doing my research for Roll and Writes. But I'm very glad I met Roland Wright.
Yeah, it's super cool.
So yeah, the Hidden Gem Award goes to Roland Wright.
Cool. So how many did we have the same? 4. 4 out of 12.
That's pretty good. Yeah. So now we're going to do a quick lightning round of superlatives. Yeah. What are superlatives, Tyler?
Well, hold on. I want to mention just one thing before we jump into the superlatives is there was a couple questions that asked about solo mode and digital versions.
Very good point.
We felt that we couldn't give a proper answer to the solo mode one because we just haven't had time to play all of them.
Like we've played.
Digital is different because I don't think there's that many digital like implemented app style games, especially of these roll and writes. Like there's a few, but it seems it's like one of those awards that's like, well, it's kind of not obvious, but it's kind of like it's gonna go to like these 3 things because those are the ones that have that.
But I think also we haven't played a ton, because I think what this category could have also been is like Board Game Arena or Tabletop Simulator.
That's true.
So, and we have a couple of apps, but we don't have enough, so we don't want to say like, well, we have this app, so we're going to give the award to the one that we have.
Yeah, exactly.
And same with the solo mode. We played a couple of solo modes, but typically we play games together, so it's tough for us to sit down. I think I've played a couple of solo modes when you didn't want to play some of them with me.
Yeah.
But there's I'm not educated. And a lot of the times the solo modes are quite different than the game, and there's games that go above and beyond just kind of throwing in a dummy player and actually doing a really good job of implementing some of these.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't want to give an award without the education behind it, so.
Just thought we wanted to mention it because I think we tried to cover everybody's comments.
But those are wonderful suggestions, and maybe you can list some of your favorites or the award that you think would win the best digital implementation and the best solo mode.
Yeah.
So
back to it. So we're gonna do a speed round superlatives, and basically for those of you who don't know what superlatives are, it's like yearbook style. So like best this, most likely to, like cutest this, like we're gonna do 10, I believe we've got.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, so we're gonna hold our lists up, and basically we're gonna read up the category. We're not gonna give any explanation for why we picked it. We're just gonna read off the category and both say our winner.
And if you're feeling up for it, get that comment box ready and maybe play along. Once you say pause, type your answer in and see if maybe we have some of the same answers.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, ready?
Okay, so the first one is most likely to brighten your day.
3, 2, 1.
Cat Cafe. Nice. Okay, the second one is most stressful.
3, 2, 1.
Metro
Railroad
X.
Oh,
okay.
So Metro X Railroad Inc. Okay.
Yeah. All right. 3 is most likely to cause table tension. 3, 2, 1. Roman roll.
King Domino Duel.
Oh, okay. All right. Number 4 is most likely to drink 7 cups of coffee in a day. All right. 3, 2, 1. Clever Cube.
Super Mega Lucky Box.
No, that's good. Okay.
Oh, hold on, I don't know what I wrote.
Oh no.
What's the category?
The next category?
Yeah.
The next category is most unforgettable.
I wrote an acronym, I don't know what it stands for.
Okay. Next category.
Hold on. Oh yeah, I got it.
Okay. 3.
Wait, what was it?
And most unforgettable.
Oh, I forgot it. Okay.
I see what you're doing here.
Unintentional.
I see what you're doing here. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to New Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
It was
That's
a weird.
long
It was like
acronym.
a W-T and L, and then I also got one of the letters wrong, so it was messy. So apologies.
Okay. So the next category, and number 6, is most likely to talk your ear off. 3, 2, 1. Alhambra.
7 bridges.
Oh. Okay. 7. Who is the life of the party? 3, 2, 1.
Castle
Lanterns.
Party.
I almost picked that one. Do you want to do the last few?
Yep.
All right.
Oh, okay. So the next one is the cutest couple. So we'll pick 2. Let's say them separately.
Yeah.
Okay, you go first.
Okay. Mine is Silver and Gold and Lost Cities.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Mine is Bricks and Super Skill Pinball 4K.
Ooh.
Like a little arcade style.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know the next category, so you have to read
it's
it.
most likely to be liked by our parents.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Railroad
Metro X.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
That would stress my mother out.
Yes, it would.
All right, last one. Which one is most likely to make you laugh?
3, 2, 1.
Welcome
Floor
to...
plan.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This room has no way out.
Where are the windows? That's funny.
Well, thank you so much for watching our award and superlatives video. We really hope you enjoyed it and got some inspiration to play some of the games. If you disagree, we'd love to hear your perspective. If we didn't mention some of the games, maybe you'll win us over and be like, you're right, we didn't think about this one. And yeah, hey, maybe we'll change your mind down the road as well. So comment down below if you do, you'll be entered into our giveaway, which the details are in the comments, in the description.
In the description, yeah.
And if you liked our video, what else should you do?
Like and subscribe, hit that bell notification if you want to see when we release new videos. The other thing that I think would be fun is maybe we'll so we said we would get the comments ready, or you should get the comments ready for filling out the superlatives. I'll just make a comment in our video, and if you feel like going through and answering them yourselves, then you can just reply to that one.
Yeah, look at the pinned comment at the top. Well, thank you so much for watching. Have an absolutely wonderful day, and we'll see you at our top 10 video.
Ooh. All right, let's roll out.